Yo.
Yo, where are you going?
I'm going to meet up with Hannah and we're getting dinner.
Ah, alright, have fun.
Hey, listen to this wheelie.
Alright, have fun, my boy. You guys are not gonna believe this one. I had a banger video for you guys today. That cloud seems to be ruining my plans. Man, I had such a good video for y'all too. We were gonna be taking the H2, the Kawasaki H2, to a car meet here in Ohio. Fortunately, in typical Ohio fashion, my plans are being ruined by the weather. I wonder if we still have time to make it. I mean, that cloud looks pretty reasonably far away. The only issue is from this car meet, it's kind of awkward to get home, so... I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? We get a little wet. Not the end of the world. I do have a non-waterproof camera on my face, but... yeah, screw that. We're not gonna do that. It's gonna be. It was gonna be a joke about how car meets in Ohio suck anyway, because they're always like kind of bootleg and kind of janky. So instead, I have a different topic to talk about in today's video. Oh boy, do I have a goodie for you guys. Today, I would really like to indulge in talking about motorcycling as a trend and why that'll never ever be the case. Speed limit. Over the past couple of years, we've seen a lot of trends rise and fall. Bikers being stupid, smart, everything in between. But over the past couple of years, motorcycling has really taken a grip on TikTok. And YouTube for that matter. I mean, I would like to think it started on YouTube, but the real perversion of it has occurred on TikTok. And some on Instagram as well. Let's see this guy. We are just riding into the storm, aren't we? Motorcycling is taking a really weird perversion on the short form content. And I already know what a lot of people are going to say. Oh, Matthew, you're part of that. You ruined bike talk. Man, I'm like, where? How have I done that? So, like, a brief explanation of where I come from. When I first started TikTok, my first couple of videos were about gym content. Like, it was like peak gym content, like 2021. Like, we go gym. And all that. I'm gonna take 15 tubs of pre-workout and go lift my emotions away, like all that. That's what got me to start joining TikTok. A couple of videos in, I started doing some motorcycle stuff, and people very much quickly hooked onto that. That's where I gained my popularity. It was off of bikes, and so I just kept that going. I'm like, I really enjoy bikes. That's what I'm gonna keep doing. And over the past couple of years, I've done some videos shirtless. Some more necessary than others, but it's mostly just to like promote gym stuff. I don't really do that anymore. So there was one video I want to say earlier this year in 2024 I did that was like shirtless or like semi-shirtless or something, and it pissed a bunch of people off. Oh, I remember. It was the S1K video where I was wearing I don't know if I can say that. I was wearing a hoodie with a brand that I cannot represent on short form content. I don't even know if I can say it on long form, so I'm just not going to do that. Anyway, it was an offensive hoodie. And so I was like, crap, I don't have anything under. It was hot outside that day and all I had was a hoodie on. Crazy, right? And this guy wanted to film my S1000, me getting on it. And I was like, that'd be great for content, but I can't wear what I was wearing. And so our solution was I just took the hoodie off and just filmed it as it was. That made a lot of people angry, and so I doubled down and I recorded a shirtless video with the H2 that really wholly wasn't necessary, but I still try to like make it about gym stuff, but whatever, people are still going to take it the wrong way. There's nothing I can really do about that. I don't do the biker thirst traps, at least not in the past like year and a half. When I was younger, yeah, you know, I was maybe not the brightest, and I did some like motorcycle edits, but it was never with the intent of thirst trapping, like trying to attract anybody with it. There were some very cringe videos back in the day, but back then there was zero controversy. This was basically what a lot of bikers were doing. I was back when I was still posting like moving content on TikTok to no avail. It would still like get taken down, and I was just dealing with it at the time until I kind of figured out my stride, or figured out how to make content that wasn't always moving on a bike, because you don't have to move. Like this video I could film while sitting on the kickstand. I feel like this video is a little bit more of a nuanced topic. Ooh, that R1 is hot, dude. Why is everyone out riding? It's about to rain in like a half hour. Anyway, it wasn't until like I was almost 2 years into making like regular riding content, like just normal stuff. This is when a lot of people got angry over the wrong stuff. Part of the reason I think this happened is over last year, 2023, when I was dating my ex, she was really into book talk. So I decided to kind of participate in that and make videos combining book talk and bike, or book talk and bike talk. It was very popular for a little bit. It's actually still, as of recording this video, it's still very popular to do that. It's free views, basically. I didn't really know anything about book talk at the time, and I just kind of was like, whatever, I'm just gonna, oh, they have messed up books, whatever. Wasn't really aware of how messed up they were at the time, but that's a topic for another day. Yeah, dude. That's how you make friends on a bike, dude. That's so easy. Just accelerate really hard. I'm gonna let him take the lead because I have a very legal plate and he has one that's not, so he can take the heat for me. My point is, I've severed my ties with book talk. I no longer make videos about them or for them. It's not really my MO. It's not my thing at all. It's not my hobby. I'm not gonna pretend like it is. And to be honest, some of the books that I've learned about since then have kind of disturbed me to the point where I have an active interest to stay away from it. Yeah, that's why I don't do that anymore. Even though it literally would be free views. It's, no. Me and my ex broke up, done. I don't want anything to do with her. I don't want to do anything. I don't want anything to do with what she does. I'm just gonna stick to my lane, which is bikes. But now you have a lot of these young men getting into bikes because they see these biker thirst traps. They see the girls in the comments. Of course, they're going to be attracted to this hobby if they think it's going to get them a girl. And that's how every man operates. They see something, they see a girl likes it. They're like, oh, I'm going to get on that. I'm going to do that, like the gym or riding a motorcycle. It's all, you know, men tend to do things that to attract a girl. And so you have a lot of these guys buying bikes. A lot of these guys realize they don't even like riding bikes, and so they don't ride them. They take a couple pictures online and they just reuse those over and over again on a motorcycle page that is really disguised as a book talk page. Or it's a book talk page disguised as a biker page. Wow, that sunset's beautiful out there. I really want to blow past this Tesla. I really want to do it. I want to. There's a lot of cars though. That looks like a cop right there. That is a cop. Oh, I wanted to do it. I really wanted to do it. I really wanted to blow past the Tesla, but then I'd get arrested. Oh, I really wanted to blow past you. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. So there's nothing necessarily wrong with having bikers be a trend. But the thing is, those guys are always going to exist. The ones that just buy a bike just to say they own a motorcycle. That has been a thing that's been a tale as old as time. Ducati, one of my favorite brands for bikes. I guarantee you about half their sales are just old guys who buy them just as showpieces. Because they are beautiful bikes, but it sucks that that's the use case for most of these motorcycles. So the thing is about bikes is it's not a normal thing. It can just become a trend and it has like that normal like fall off and it dies or whatever. They're not cars. You can't just get into cars and be cool and drive a car around. Because if you're not meant to have a car, you're going to crash it and it's going to be like, oh, you just walk away and you can go buy a new one. No. The thing is with bikes is that these things can kill you. These things mess you up worlds beyond belief. More hurt than you could ever imagine in your life. Wow, that looks like a pretty road. Too bad I don't really have the time to go down it. And so you take a kid who's not meant to be on a motorcycle, buys one because he wants to think it's cool. And so what I hope is going to happen, it's not a guaranteed thing that's going to happen, but what I hope happens is a kid buys a motorcycle, takes it out for a ride, realizes, oh crap, this is way more dangerous than what I thought it was going to be. I could legitimately die on this thing. And what I hope happens is he just parks it and pretends like it's that showpiece that he wanted. And that's actually what I've been seeing a lot on TikTok, is a lot of these people are buying bikes and not actually riding them. So that's why I kind of view bikes as like a little bit trend proof, if that makes sense. You can't get into bikes off of it being a trend because it's like getting into skydiving as a hobby or like as a trend. Or like, you ever see those people with snakes and they like extract the venom out of them? Like, imagine that was the cool thing. I wouldn't want to be into that. I wouldn't get into that. Even if like all the girls are like, yeah, that's the coolest new thing is extracting venom out of snakes. I'm like, I'm still gonna be here like, no, I'm good. So it's just the problem with bikes is that they're too hot, bro. They're too cool. So it does end up attracting some of these idiots that shouldn't be into riding. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm gatekeeping bikes because I think everyone needs to try it at least once to see if they like it. I'm down to try anything once, you know? You gotta have an open mind about things, but you have to quickly assess yourself and admit if you think if it's the wrong move for you to be on a motorcycle. And a lot of people end up having that assessment too late, so that's why I'm saying this now. With that being said, I hope motorcycles continue to grow and flourish. Even these people that are just buying bikes as showpieces still help our hobby grow as a whole, because they're dumping their money into these bikes. The more people that buy bikes, the more companies are going to make more of them, because they make a lot of money off of these things. So keep buying them. That's good. It keeps my hobby alive and it keeps it competitive. But I just hope people are honest about what their page actually is. Like if it's a book talk page or if it's a biker page, like don't pretend to be bikers first if you're not an actual biker, if you don't actually take your bikes out and ride them. Okay. With that being said, I wish I could have gone to the car meet tonight, but it's I don't know how severe this storm's gonna be. Ooh, that cop did get somebody. Wasn't me though. I hope you guys are having a very pleasant night. I'm gonna try to get this thing out to a car meet before the end of the season, so make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you enjoy. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Keep sticking around. Bye bye.